Hello and welcome to Get Started Fast with Avid Sibelius for Educators, presented by Avid Blogs. My name is Katie Wardrobe, and in this 8-part series, we'll look at the special education features that Sibelius offers teachers and their students. In this lesson, we'll focus on creating quality audio files and videos from your Sibelius scores. Students can easily turn their Sibelius scores into audio files that can be imported into other music software programs or into digital media players like iTunes or Windows Media Player. By doing this, they can use their score as a backing track for practice purposes, record an instrumental solo over the top, or even record a commentary discussing the compositional process they went through to create the piece of music. Before exporting the score as an audio file, there are a few things you should do. First, make sure there is a tempo marking or metronome mark or both at the beginning of the score and at the beginning of any new sections that have tempo that varies from the original one. You can find the tempo or metronome marking options by going to the Text tab and opening the Styles menu. Select Tempo and then click in your score. You can type the tempo word you need or right-click and choose one from the menu. You can also use the options in this menu to add a metronome mark. Next, check that each instrument has any necessary dynamics and that they have been entered correctly into the score. If entered correctly, Sibelius will play back the dynamics as written. To enter a dynamic, which is a type of expression text in Sibelius, select a note in the score and type Command-E on Mac or Control-E on PC. A flashing cursor will appear on the screen and then you can type your dynamic marking. Hold down the Command or Control key while you type so that Sibelius knows to use the special music font that is correct for dynamics and other expression text. You'll find more information about entering text objects correctly into your score in Lesson 3 of the Get Started Fast with Avid Sibelius video series. Next, make sure any repeats play back as they should. This includes first and second time endings and codas. Lastly, check the sound and balance of the instruments in your score. In order to export your score as an audio file, you need to use virtual instruments to play back your score. You can check this on the Play tab. Click on Configuration and make sure one of the Sibelius 7 sounds options is selected. You can then open the mixer to make adjustments to the sounds used in your score or to the balance between staves. Open the mixer by typing the letter M and then increase the mixer height. You can choose a different sound by clicking here and selecting an option from the pop-out menus. The slider on each staff strip in the mixer will increase or decrease the volume of that instrument. You can also adjust the volume of a group of instruments at the same time, or that of the virtual instruments used in your score. If you'd like to create a karaoke-style backing track, you can mute the solo instrument in the mixer before you export the file. Click on Mute once to half-mute the track. Mute it completely by clicking on it a second time. When you're happy with the way your score sounds, go to File, Export, Audio. Select one of the Sibelius Sounds options in the Configuration menu at the top. If you're creating a karaoke-style backing, it's a good idea to edit the file name to reflect which part is missing so that you can keep track of it later on. Select the saving destination and then click Export. The resulting file will be a high-quality audio file in an AIFF format if you use a Mac, or in a WAV format if you use a PC. You can convert the file to an MP3 format using other software like iTunes. In addition to audio files, Sibelius can export a video file of the entire score or of a single part. When exporting a video of a single part, you can set up your score so that the other parts still play, even though they won't show in the video. This can be useful if you'd like to create backing tracks which show the notation on the screen just for the soloist. Mute the solo part in the mixer, and then go to File, Export, Video. First, select a playback configuration for the audio part of the file. Decide whether to have the playback line showing and whether to use the score paper texture in the video. Under Layout, you can choose whether to show the full score in the video or just selected staves. Select the solo stave from the list if you're creating a backing track for a single part. The resolution drop-down allows you to select from common video formats. Note that the higher the resolution, the larger the resulting video file will be. Sibelius gives you an indication of the size and duration of the video for each option. Choose your saving location and then click Export. The resulting video file will show the notation for the part you selected, but will play back all the other parts in your score. That wraps up the third Get Started Fast with Avid Sibelius for Educators lesson. In the next lesson, we'll focus on how to create musical graphics from scores that teachers and students can use in worksheets, tests, classroom resources and essays. We'll also look at how to import pictures and other graphics directly into your Sibelius scores. To watch the entire Get Started Fast with Sibelius for Educators series, join us at avid.com/Sibelius Educators.